What is up, guys? MotoGamer here, and today I am doing Cinema 4D, the Cinema 4D tutorial part 2, and today is going to be animation like I said. Go check out the last video if you just like to get to this point where we're at. But anyways, so you guys should all have your text. If you guys want to create, you don't have to create an animation. You guys could leave it. Skip to the next video if you guys don't want to create an animation. The next video will show you how to render it out, and you're gonna need that, so go check that one out. And if you do want to do an animation, move it around, I'll show you right now. So the first thing you want to do is this can be applied to almost all objects on this right side. So these are all your objects, like I said in the last one. But anyways, click your text right here, your mo text, and make sure it's selected on this. If this doesn't lag. There we go. Yeah, not responding. All right. So after it's selected, what you want to do is this little bar down here. If you guys don't know already, if you've used, like, I don't know, After Effects, Sony Vegas, you know what keyframes are and all that stuff. If you don't know what keyframes are, basically what a keyframe is it saves a moment in time. So if 0, I put a keyframe, right, and then I moved it to 15 and I tilted this, then it'll go from 0 to 15 doing that motion to that tilt. So it basically creates the motion. So the way I'm going to show you guys right now is first you want to make sure this little green thing is at 0. So this is all at like set like this. Make sure it's all like this, not these down here, the position or anything, that's fine. But you want to click this little key. This is your keyframe button. So you click this. You can pretty much just read it. I'm pretty sure it says keyframe. You like sit over it. Yeah, see, this is go to start, and then you go to previous keyframe and stuff like that. So just drag it to wherever, like how long you want it to move. Let's say if you want it to move really fast, then you put it really close. If you want it to move like longer, then you put it like farther out. So let's put it at 25. And then what you want to do is, you guys, if you haven't had this already, yours is probably like this with the arrows. Obviously, you don't want it to move up. If you do want it to move up and down, then go ahead, just drag it like off the screen or something. You know, we'll have it come in. So let's delete this one real quick. And we'll have it come in. So we'll keyframe it out of frame, right? And then we'll take it to 15. And let's say we want it to come back in. So just move up a little so you could see it. Bring it back down, or you could, if you want it exact, you could redo the coordinates again from where you had it, your X and Y value, so it's exactly in the place, like in the spot that you want. But now it's back down, so then you just hit the keyframe button again, and then it creates the animation. You could just drag this and it moves down. So depending on how far you move this, the faster or slower it will go. So the closer it is, the faster it'll go. So look at, boom, it's down. Or you could put it, let's say, on 40. As you can see, it went back up because it takes longer now. So you could do that. What you want to do is put it on, I don't know, you guys can put it wherever you feel like you want it, wherever feels like you need it. So after that, after it comes down, let's say you wanted to rotate it or do like a rotation. So you guys obviously know how to do left and right because it's basically the same thing. You can move it back and forth with the little blue, so it's pretty much the same from there. But anyways, so now from here, this point to this point, now we want to make it do something. So you want to click this little like rotation thing up here. You want to click that, and this is to do a rotation. So what you do is you could just drag it this way, or you can, here, let me put it back. You could drag it wherever you want, honestly. I mean, you could twist it like this with the long ways around in a circle, and it'll like capture all that, and then you just leave it straight up, and then you just keyframe it, and it should spin around. Yeah, it'll spin around a bunch of times. But you could also tilt it this way, like if you want it like this, or you want it to, like if you want it to spin around, just do half motions like this, go like this, then keyframe it, then go like this, keyframe it, go like this, keyframe it, and then go like this and keyframe it. That's how I like to do it. It's the easiest here. I'll just do it anyways. So 40 keyframe, because we want a little bit, no, we want it to spin right when it lands. So if you want it to spin right when it lands, you don't need to add one of these. Make sure that's deleted. All right, so just spin it half. Make sure you could see the degrees, so you could do exact measurements. I like to do 90. Obviously, you could do 180, 360. Same thing. So I go to 90. If you want it precise, you could see. Oh, don't forget to move the keyframe thing, because if you don't move it, then it'll reset. If you move it, there we go. And then let's put it on 70. Spin it again. No, don't angle it. Spin it. There we go. Keyframe it again. Spin it one last time. And there we go. So if you wanted to do like barrel rolls and stuff, then you could do that. But let's say you want it to spin. Like, I know how I made you guys in the beginning, in the first one, you know, change it so that this was in the center. And if you had this on the outside, like if I change this from middle to left or right, it'll spin from, like, this is the center point. So it'll do like a full spin around, like if this was the center point, and it would swing all this around. So that's why I like it centered, so then it's just in one spot. But if you guys want it to spin around something or like go wide, like the whole thing, then you could do that. So that's our animation that we have. Also, if you guys want it like smaller, let's say instead of like just going and backing out, by the way, you guys could just like back out and stuff. What you guys could do is click this button. This it's called the scale tool, so obviously scaling. So you just make it smaller. You just drag the green one or the red one. It doesn't really matter, and it'll just go bigger or smaller. That's pretty much it. Control Z to undo. It's the same as any other program. And that's pretty much it for animation. What else? Let's see. You could do camera, like camera setups, but I'm not too good with that. I usually, the way you angle this is the way that it turns out. So if you put it right here, this is the way you're going to see it. Or if you put it back here, you know, you'll see it like that. And that's pretty much how you keyframe. And yeah. So you guys can also download textures if you want. Like, I have textures. I might put them on Mediafire for you guys because they're really good. And there's like different, so you don't have to make them, and they're way better. Let's see. Let's go, instead of making them yourself, they look a lot better. Let's go to Cinema 4D. Textures, and these are the 3 textures that I have. Well, this one isn't really, but you could go to, I have these 2. I'll upload them on Mediafire. You guys could go download them. Just stick them inside your textures folder in your program file. So go to your Cinema 4D, and then go to textures, and then just put it in there. It doesn't really matter where you put it, because you could just open it from in here, but that's where I keep it. So you just open it, and then it'll, if you get a pop-up though, it's fine. Just press OK. Some of them might not work, so make sure you pre-render, because if I drag one of these on, I think this one doesn't work. You pre-render, and it'll pop up with one of these, and it says texture error. You just press OK and use a different texture, because it won't work. I don't know, some of them don't work, but it's fine. You can put lava, like this one works. It looks really cool. It takes a long time to load, though, because it has so, like, it actually does a texture. It's weird. So that's what the lava one looks like. I like that one a lot. And then there's glow and a bunch of different ones. And that's pretty much it. So I'll leave those on Mediafire, and I'll put a link in the description to the next video, which is rendering your video. And like, I think we set it up in the first one, but for animation, what you want to do is you want to go to output. Everything should be the same, but make sure your frames, if you guys want the animation longer, let's say you want it way longer than this. I don't want 90, I want 900. So you come down here and put 900, and you just hit enter, right? And it'll say 900, but as you can see, it's still, you know, it still goes to 90. So what you do is you grab this down here, just drag it out, and now you got 900. Don't actually render it out with this. Make sure you're like exact. So let's say I finish on like 100 and I have 900 frames. Just go and do like 110. Just make it a little bit more, because what will happen is it's going to render every single frame. So your animation might finish and it'll just keep rendering every single frame. So if you end it like that, then that's fine. And then what you want to do is come in here and make sure it says frame range and says from 0, because this says from 109, so you don't want that. You want from 0 to 109. That's what you want. So make sure it's like that. And if you guys want it to look extra nice, like this will take a while to render, but it'll look like the best of the best. You go to effect over here and you add ambient occlusion, and you want to add global illumination. That'll like fix your entire thing. So in ambient occlusion, just leave it like that. In global illumination, you want to go to iridescence cache or whatever that says, and change all these to low. Change those two to low and leave the rest. Make sure it's like that and you should be good. And I forgot how to add shadows. How do you add shadows again? I'm pretty sure there's like shadows or something. I think it's down here somewhere. I don't remember, but it should just add shadows. That'll make it smoother and make it look a lot cleaner on the edge. But look at how long it'll take to like render it out. Look at this. And it's gonna do it frame by frame like this. So this is one frame, right? But if you have like an animation, it's gonna go like this one by one until it's finished. So if you have like a super long animation, make sure you have a good computer, because it's gonna be like super laggy. Because look at this, it hasn't even rendered out. But that's pretty much it for the animation. Lights, you could also move. Anything you could pretty much move like this. So if you want like a light going across, you could do that too. Like this light, let's say I wanted to tilt it and move it, you can do that too. What else is over here? Oh, this is to move your center point. This angle is to move your center point, so you could drag this around. It's like in After Effects. That's basically, I forgot what the tool is called exactly, but you can move it around. So you can make this the center, you can make this the center. This one is basically customizable, so you can put it anywhere you want. If you want a high flip or something, you know. So that's good. Let me undo that. Yeah, I forgot about that. You guys are gonna need that. And everything else is pretty much like, if you guys import something from Photoshop though, what you can also do is let's say it's a picture, you want it, you know what, I'll just make that a separate one, because that one's like a whole different thing. If you guys want to make 3D text from like straight from let's say Photoshop, you have anything 2D and you want to make 3D, I'll show you guys that in a separate video, because that's a whole different thing itself. But so there'll probably be 4 videos then. I'll do the rendering next, because I know you guys want to render it fast. So I'll probably record that today and just put it up today just to get it over with. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I don't think I'm missing anything. There's a bunch of tools you guys could just mess around with, but that's the basics of Cinema 4D. That's all I was going for. If you guys want like in-depth tutorial on like everything, I'll try. I don't know like everything, but I know a pretty good amount. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, rate, subscribe, tell me what you guys think. And I think I'll see you guys on my next video, and see you guys.